So this might be an unpopular opinion among the youth, but I still wanted to get your opinion on it. When I was growing up, I was really happy that I had both this, North and South connection. So you were South Indian, my dad being North Indian. I was able to get exposure to different languages and two different cultures, right? But I had friends whose parents had arranged marriages, so they married within the community, which I looked down upon. I was like, oh, like arranged marriage.
You looked down on that?
I was like, no, my parents had a love marriage.
Oh,
and like,
God.
I don't know, that was some weird 4th grade, 5th grade thing. And they all, married within the community. So because it's an arranged marriage, and they knew one language, they had one culture in their household. But now as I'm growing up, I realize that I only have 50% of your culture in me, of like Kannadiga culture, and then 50% of my dad's. So when I pass it on to the next generation, I'm going to be passing on like a mishmash of 2 different cultures, and not the 100% of your culture and 100% of my dad's culture. So even though I felt like, okay, we have greater diversity because I am the more diverse person here amongst all these people because I come from 2 different backgrounds, I feel like I actually lost out. We actually killed the diversity in a way by, I'm not saying you shouldn't have married my dad, but just as an example, if you married within your community and my dad married within his community, your children that you would have had would have known Kannada really well, and there would be no confusion in that household. And then in my dad's, if my dad married within the community, his, that culture would have been preserved, your culture would have been preserved. I'm not saying that, I don't know, this is just one of the reasons I'm explaining.
No, so the thing is, yes, so if you are marrying within your community, there is disadvantage. If you're marrying in somebody who speaks the same language, that advantage is there. You're going to be preserving that language. Versus 2 people from different communities and different language backgrounds marrying. But I think if there was more conscious parenting, if we were more aware, your Appa and I, then I would have insisted that he speaks to you in Hindi only, no English, and then I would have also never switched from Kannada to English and found some other way to make you learn proper English. Even though we came from different backgrounds, we could have actually managed it better. We could have ensured that you take 100% of both the languages rather. But yes, those who marry within the community, it's a little bit easier for them to preserve that diversity of the languages in the world by doing that. Yes.
It's a little bit counterintuitive, actually.
It's a little, yes.
That diversity is better preserved if you just maybe marry within your community. I'm not advocating for that. I'm just talking about one aspect of it,
Right.
like how do you preserve the diversity without killing it? And that may be possible through marrying within your community. But of course, that's just one observation I had as I grew up over time. I realized this. But obviously, I'm open to...
Your cousins could all speak very good Kannada and Hindi. They on one side, they all spoke good Hindi, and the other side, they spoke good Kannada.
But I'm sure you could come up with examples of, people who have married outside of their community and their kids can speak both those languages
so
really
that is
well.
conscious parenting.
Conscious
where they have
parenting.
done conscious parenting.
Yeah. So I wouldn't blame just the fact that it wasn't like inter-community marriage or anything like that for my case. I think it's a special case because we also moved out of the country. And so there was a lot of, and maybe there was less awareness as well.
And plus, the English that was being taught to you in school was not the English I wanted you to speak. So.
Exactly.